so we've got fuel up there. Let's see what happens. Choke. Ignition. That's not bad for first try. Filled it up with water, it doesn't leak, which is good. Filled it up with oil, and that doesn't leak. You have to prime the oil pump, which I didn't know. So you have to undo that, pour oil down there, put it in fourth gear and roll it backwards, and that primes the oil pump. So I know I've got oil pressure just winding it over without the plugs in. So otherwise if you fire it straight up it will just do the big ends. Put petrol in it, that leaked, so I had to take the tank out, seal that up. It was only the drain off, so just check the timing, checked all the wires. So I've got to put some oil in the dashboards and see what happens really. Alright, so we've got fuel up there. Let's see what happens. Choke. Ignition. That's not bad for first try. Set the throttle. Not bad.
What's that smoke?
Just exhaust paint. Sounds pretty good actually, doesn't it?
Why did you put that bit of piping to your ear? What are you listening for?
Listen to the suction on each carb when you do, that's why you loosen those off. So each carburettor is independent and you get the suction the same. And you know they're balanced in there. So, do the timing now. The timing with a mirror, because you can't see the fucking...
Is that a new mirror?
It's Mark's mirror.
Is that a new contraption?
It's a lovely mirror. It's a lovely little mirror. Right, start her up. Sorry. Right, it's about 9 degrees where it should be. Sounds rough, doesn't it? Right.
So when you say she's running rich, how do you know that? Does
Just by the way it's running. Can you hear it chugging?
Yeah.
So that's your mixtures are rich on the carbs probably. But don't forget, it will need running for a fair while because I've poured oil down the bores and everything, you know, to keep it all lubed up. So let's put that back on. Let's have my vacuum advance and retard. We'll pop the plug out, put the old colour tune on her. That's pretty good first hit though, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Didn't even hesitate.
Must be good at something.
Well, we finally found it, huh?
See what the plug looks like. Not too bad, might be too weak. This you put in, it's like a see-through spark plug. See that sort of silvery bit there, inside there? That's see-through.
Okay.
So when it fires, you can tell what colour the mixture's firing at. If it's orange, it's too rich. If it's really, really, really Bunsen blue, then it's too weak. You want it so it's just hovering between the two, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
On idle. So bring it back till the yellow's just going. Hear it run smoother? Yeah. It's about right there.
And you go through each one like that?
No, because you've got basically, even though these are separate, the carburetors, they go through one manifold here.
Okay.
But you know basically that your mixture at that end of the engine is going to be primarily on that carb and vice versa the other way, yeah? If I hadn't lost the socket, it'd be even better. Look, it rolled away.
You only got one tool out and you lost that?
Yeah. So you get your carbs back and then we'll have to go back and balance them again.
Okay.
It's just a bit of toing and throwing till you get it hit the nail on the head. But bearing in mind it's the Cooper cam as well, so it won't be as smooth as a standard Mini on idle. I had to reverse the polarity on the dynamo as well because we've swapped it to negative earth.
Yeah, you did say Mel wanted that. Why did Mel want it switched round?
You can put stereos in them and chargers and, you know, I mean, they're good. If as long as it's earthed properly, it doesn't make any difference which way round it is.
Okay.
Right, let's see what we've got on that side. Revving properly now, whereas it didn't rev before. So now see that the idle's gone up now, it's all happy and smooth. So now you've got to play around with the carbs again.
Okay.
70 gauges reading, still got 90 psi oil. Fuel gauge is reading, so everything's working. I'm pleased with that. Got no rattles, no bangs, tappets sound good. And there's nothing pouring out the bottom.
One thing I was going to ask them last week that I noticed was the fuel line that runs from the fuel pump at the back to the front.
Yep.
Is on the outside of the car.
Yeah. A lot of cars it is.
Is it?
Yeah, most cars. Yeah. I don't know whether it's a safety feature or not. Chris over the road did it with his. He hit a boulder in it and the car stopped and it just split the fuel line underneath. Yeah, quite a few cars have it.
You'd imagine that it would be sort of encased.
You'd have thought so, wouldn't
Protect it, but...
Right, so you undo those two, yeah, and that's your throttle then doesn't do anything.
Okay.
And you can adjust those two. Of course we know our idle's too high now.
Okay, so when you say your idle's too high, that's when it's turning over, it's turning over
ticking over too high, yeah.
Okay.
Don't know if the thermostat's opened yet. bottom of the radiator's still cold, so the thermostat, or it's got a bloody great airlock in it somewhere. It'll just do a big belch and come out at some point.
There's no way of actually bleeding it.
Nah. Leave the cap off and run it till it's hot. Sometimes putting the cap on and taking it off helps. It'll need to be run properly.
To the untrained ear, mine sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. Play around with the idle a bit more. See, once they're set, yeah, you can adjust your idle on whichever one of those you want. Plenty of oil up there. You listen to it at the back, that's got that RC40 exhaust on it, they sound really nice. Yeah, I don't think the thermostat's open properly yet.
Where's the thermostat? In the radiator?
In there. Got about 71 there. 79, 80 there, that's not bad. Hunting a little bit, so normally that's you want to weaken it off a bit. So these have got a bit of a lumpy cam in them, so you'll never get it dead smooth on idle. But that picks up clean, so normal on the temperature gauge, oil pressure's dropping, which is normal as it gets hot. It's not running on, so the timing's not far out. So your oil pressure there is at 75. As soon as you rev it, it should just go up to 100 psi, which is very good. Generator light's just on, so you know your idle's about right. When you rev it, that'll go out. Quite responsive actually. Everything's where it should be.
Yeah, so when do you reckon was the last time it was started up then?
Oh, blimey. It's got to be 80s at least.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's only done 20,000 from new. Obviously, the rings were stuck, we had to change them, so. Yeah, it's got to be 80s, if not 70s, I would have thought. Like I say, I'll bleed the clutch and do the brakes, and then we can make sure all the gears work and everything.
Anything you're concerned about?
No. Smells a little bit of oil, but it will do. It's not leaking anywhere as far as I can see, so.
So does it take time after a rebuild to settle down?
Yeah, you want to just run that probably for 500 miles, don't go above 3,000 revs.
So when you buy a new car, when you used to buy a new car, you say, oh, you need to run it in, and this is what they're talking about.
Yeah, you don't go over so many revs for 500 miles, then don't go over so many revs for 1,000 miles, and then once that's done, then you can go and do what you like.
Always felt like a bit of a nonsense, you know, you buy a new car, you've got to take it easy.
A lot of it was to do with the technology in oils moved on so much now. You know, you can get in a car and just scream the shit out of it, you know.
Yeah.
But it works different on some racing engines. To break them in, they start them and run them at 10,000 revs for 5 minutes to get everything loosened up. There's all different ways of doing it, you know. No, I'm pleased with that, that's good. First turn of the key. We like that.
Wouldn't expect anything less.
Next week on The Workshop.
You seem so calm.
I wasn't yesterday. I had to sit down and everything and wipe my brow. Thought I was going to get medieval on it and smash it up with a sledgehammer.